Good morning, friends. It's Deanna Williston from Our Blooming Catholic Life, and I've been so excited and having so much fun sharing our book with you, Life in Union with Mary by Father Emile Nuebert. It is an older book. He wrote it in the 40s or 50s, I believe, and it is currently in print by Academy of the Immaculate. Yes, Academy of the Immaculate, but you can also get it from EWTN Religious Catalog, as well as womenofgrace.com. They are both selling it. Women of Grace also has been reprinting and offering different classes and stories, study programs, and featuring it on their daily show. Mary, Queen of Militants, same guy, Father Nuebert. So he is just amazing. His ideas, because now there's all these new formulas right out there for doing your Marian Consecration, but not as many for living your consecration. And Father Nuebert really goes into that. Today, I thought we'd go ahead and grab our old friend, Happy Planner. So I do have the super fancy Happy Planner. I have the vinyl cover. If you guys have been watching since the beginning, you'll know it didn't start out with the cover. I started out with just the basic model, but I had accidentally picked up the Faith version. I was really just looking for a planner, brand new planner user, and fell in love with the Happy Planner system. So that's the one I've been using. And at our New Year's episode, we wrote a mission statement. And we're a month in, so I should really look back at this. Study it. So I had it, when you open my vinyl cover, I've got pockets here. I've got my hard cover that came with it. These are metal rings. I took out the plastic ones and put in the metal rings because I use it a lot. And right inside, I added a sheet that I made my mission statement. And of course, it was to bring myself and others closer to God. And I was going to do that by knowing truth, loving truth, and serving truth. And you can tell I've been reading the Baltimore Catechism a lot lately when I came up with that. And so I came up with some SMART goals related to those. And that is the very next page. Oh, you don't need to see them. So I need to go through there. Yeah. I'm following the no truth ones at least. Love truth. Okay. Now, I still haven't found a spiritual director. If you know of a great one, in Maryland, let me know. I still have not found a spiritual director. That is totally on there. I'm doing the first goal. Haven't found a spiritual director. And as for spreading out the liturgy of the hours throughout the day, that's still a weak point. Now, some days I'm doing really great, and some days I'm not. I'm cramming it all in at the end of the day. Serving truth. Oh, I'm doing really good with that one. Good with that one. The last two I'm not doing. So, yes, need to work on that. And remember, you can look at those nightly or weekly as an examen of conscience. And if you have made yourself a first Saturday accountability group, you can be checking in with them with that as well. Okay, so what I want to do is I wanted to grab a new page. Aha, I love this one. This is Happy Notes, because of what we're going to be doing is happy. You can write this right in the main pages of your planner if you want. I wanted to do it as a separate thing because we're still at the brainstorming stage, like with our mission statement. I'm doing decently well for January because my things were a bunch of new habits, and some of them I haven't really been getting yet, and some I have, and so I'm kind of impressed that I got more than I thought I was going to. Let's be honest here. So my happy notes, I was been thinking about this like all day. What are ways I can incorporate Mary more into my day? And one of them that spoke to me was the more images of Mary. And you can't see, but I'm sitting right next to Mary, Our Lady of Perpetual Help. There's a beautiful icon here at my side. So I do have that throughout my day. So I'm trying to get to the lock screen of my phone to show you, but somebody sent me something, so it's on there. Just pretend you can see. The glare. So I have a photo of the missionary image of Our Lady of Guadalupe as my lock screen, and the intention was every time I thought of it, I would think of Mary and possibly say a Hail Mary or a Hail Holy Queen, something. And I've kind of gotten out of that habit. Now I do, when I look at it, it does make me happy. And I'm joyful, and maybe I'm doing that, oh, Mary, just a little bit, but not as much as I was. I remember in the beginning, I was really into this a lot more. And so I came up with a fun idea, coupled with somebody said one of the greatest ways to evangelize with children is to teach them about the different names of Mary, the different apparitions of Mary. And I found that out. I did that by accident this summer. We had an owl come to Vacation Bible Camp. I have no idea what an owl had to do with anything, but we had an owl come. We had at least one. I don't know. I didn't get up to the main presentation. I knew there was an owl coming, and I thought it'd be cute and be like, who is this? And have a presentation on different apparitions of Mary. And the kids never even got the owl connection. I don't think there was a single kid who got the owl connection, and I thought I was being so clever. But the thing is, they and even the adults seem to really enjoy learning about different times that Mary has come to our aid. And so my thought was, why not once a month change this photo to a different apparition or name of Mary, and then spend the month, every now and then just checking in and learning a little bit more about her. Now, I did realize I have been putting a lot of things on the first of the month. So what I want to do is put this on the last week of a month. And so we're at the last week of January. So this is just really perfect. So I'm going to pick a new one. So I'm going to write down here, pick a new lock screen, pick a new phone lock screen. Of an image of Mary at the end of every month. Well, I'm going to put last week. It's more specific. And I could even pick a day. Maybe like, well, it's Wednesday. We'll say the last Wednesday. And that actually works for me because I have things that go the other days for like last Tuesdays, third Wednesday is when I have my formation meeting. So Wednesdays always stand out to me as a little bit special, as well as I do the red meat. I do, a meat fast on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays are already a little special. So maybe choosing something new to do with Mary and saying a little bit about Mary on the last Wednesday, that's a good fit for me. Oh, I'm very excited about this. Okay, so that is going to be my one quick thing. So I want you to think of quick and easy things that you can add. That's what we're looking for first. 3 quick and easy things. What is another easy one? This one I came up with because, as I might have mentioned, I'm having trouble splitting up liturgy hours throughout the day. And one of the reasons why is I do so much prayer in the morning. It's not working, right? I end up getting really reflective, and I guess that's because I'm not fully awake yet. I'm in that in-between state, so I get really lost in the reflection, which is great, but it's digging into my time of the day. And so I don't want to add to it. It's fine the way it is. I need to get more focused and disciplined with it, but by that I mean I need to get more focused and disciplined and get up a little bit earlier so that it's not cutting into my day. But I don't want to remove any of the practices. I really love them, so I need to get up a little bit earlier. But I want to add something specifically Marian to my morning. And so I came up with a really cute one. I just want to say, every morning, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, help my family to become more like yours and do the will of God today. I'm just going to add that little bit to my morning prayers. And I think that one little thing, it is going to be a good focus. I think that's a great idea for any Catholic mom. Like, how beautiful. Help my family to be more like the Holy Family, right? And you could word it differently, however it works for you. Just a tiny little Marian prayer to help start you on your day as you begin your duties of whatever it is. Now, I get up and I do, laundry and clean the house and stuff. First thing I do is probably take care of all our animals. And so saying something like that to get me started, I think that's a great one. And, as I get started with chores, I like that. So that's my second one, is my morning Marian prayer, is what I'm going to say. And I'm just going to write that for right now. I've already told you what it is, and I thought of it earlier. I just hadn't written it down. Morning Marian prayer. Okay. I need a third quick thing. Now, I have been working on adding in grace before meals. I don't know when I lost that. And so I've been working decently hard at that. And you know what? I can add something to that, right? Because moms make food, and Mary is a type of the church which provides us with food. So maybe when I'm going to make food, or when we leave the house to go get food, I can add a tiny Marian prayer. Ooh, I love that. Tie it in with food, because she was the mother of the bread of life. I'm loving that. Okay, totally keeping that. Marian prayer during food prep. Because that is such, yeah. I love that. During food prep. I am adding that in. That is beautiful. Okay, I'm trying to keep these as very feminine, tied into my femininity. I've been discussing that a lot with people on Facebook today about our what true Catholic femininity looks like. It's not feminism, it's femininity. And part of that is being a spiritual mother and being a mother. And so I'm trying to tie my Marian things into that because I want to be motherly to people in the world. Then I'm going to come up with, and this will take you a little bit longer, so you've come up with 3 kind of quick and easy ones that are kind of fun to add into your day. Nice. And then we're going to start thinking of some harder things. I can't stop my phone from doing that. Sorry. It's on the other side of the room. So what are some hard things? Like goals down the road. Oh my goodness. I heard Dr. Taylor Marshall say this morning, this was so beautiful. There are 10 people in his household. So he tied each member of the family. He went through and thought of a mystery of the rosary, the joyful and glorious ones, I think. Don't quote me on that. That tied to each family member. So whenever he prays that part of the rosary, that decade, he's also going to be carrying that person in his heart to Jesus and Mary when he prays. And I thought that was something very beautiful that you could assign people decades. So you'd have your any new or particular intentions for that rosary, but also to consider every time that person when you hear that rosary. I thought that was really beautiful. So there are things like that. So I want you to, we're probably not going to come up with them together here today. That's something for you to think about at home. I thought that was a particularly beautiful one. He also mentioned, this is not necessarily a Marian prayer, but it absolutely could be, that when you go to confession, whatever penance the priest gives you, and this was Dr. Taylor Marshall, I was watching him today. I don't even know what the topic was. I came in late, but this was so cool. It was whatever penance the priest gives you. When you go out, say that penance, do that penance, but do it twice. Once for yourself and once to pray for priests and vocations. I thought that was great. That was great. And so, yeah, even going into confession, like Holy Mary, Mother of God, you bore Christ into the world. Help your Holy Son, who is in persona Christi, that I'm going to see in confession, help him to bear Christ to me today. Simple Marian prayers, bringing her into your life and the life of others, right? So those are some goals. Think about something more long-term. Now, maybe you're going to set up a little Marian shrine in your house. Maybe you're going to put an image of her. They have little medals that you can get that clip onto your visor in your car. And maybe that's something you could say, a Marian prayer for safety before you drive anywhere in your car. Marian garden. It's a beautiful time of year to be thinking about putting a nice little Marian garden outside. You could ask your husband or your sons to help you build a little stone grotto. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Let's see. There are lots of things you can do. So little ways to incorporate. And if you have Mary in your front yard, you can say hello and goodbye to her every time you leave your house. And thank her for helping to make your house a home as she bore Christ and created the Holy Family with him. Just so many ways, friends. I'm not going to tie you up any longer. Sorry, I'm just lost. There's so many beautiful ideas coming to me right now. I pray to God that they are coming to you as well. It's such a beautiful practice. Thank you. God bless Father Nuebert for helping us to live our Marian consecrations. And of course, as always, to Jeanette Williams, who has been my mentor and who brought this book to my attention at a retreat several years ago. I mean, I just had to have it. And I didn't really delve into it then. And what a shame. Seriously, what a shame on me that I did not delve into it sooner. It's been such a blessing to me in this last month. I hope it has been to you too. God bless, friends.